Do you think that these stories exist because somewhere in our code, somewhere in our very being, we understand that there is a need for this order, to find this frequency?
They're an expression of our deepest being. They're an expression of how it is that we must live in order to live.
In order to reach our full potential.
Even more than that. More than that. Even to avoid hell. And you can think of you can think about hell as Nazi Germany if you want. You can think about it as the Soviet Gulag Archipelago or Mao's Cultural Revolution. Like, we can get there, no problem. If you walk down in some of the seedier areas in LA, you'll see people in hell, no problem.
Sure, go to Skid Row.
Yes, and you can tell when those people are there, because they will get angry if you look at them. And you'll walk a big berth around them. You're not going to come within 10 feet of the, let's call it, psychogeography of their existence. Right, and that they're in a place. It's a metaphysical place, but it's not defined by the damn geography.
Right.
You know, Skid Row is as much of a psychological place as it is a physical place. In fact, it's more a psychological place, but that doesn't make it any less a place. And if you're descend into the hell of Skid Row deep enough, you'll get to the point where most of your thoughts are murderous. And that's hell as a suburb of the underworld, fundamentally. That place exists. People visit it all the time, and sometimes they don't get out. It's real.
I've been discussing this a lot recently because people like to talk about the concept of apocalypse, that we're headed towards an impending apocalypse. And my thought is that apocalypse is already here. It's just not right here.
Yeah, it's always here.
Go to Liberia. Go to Liberia and look at people defecating in the streets and eating human flesh. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the Vice piece on Liberia, but it's unbelievably terrifying how people live there.
The apocalypse is an archetypal idea, and the apocalypse is always here. And it's here at the micro level. Like, when we have a discussion and our concepts change, those are micro apocalypses. Little bits of our being are being blown apart and restructured. And that can happen at a small scale or a large scale, or it can get to the point where everything collapses and is destroyed. And life is apocalyptic in that matter, because we all get sick, we all die, you know, our families are vulnerable. There's an apocalyptic element to being, and we have to face that and confront it and deal with it properly. And the wrong way to deal with it is to generate more hell than heaven, I suppose, and to do that consciously. And people do that all the time too. There's never a situation that's so bad that there isn't something you can do to make it worse. And there's very seldomly a time when you're not motivated at some level of your being to put the knife in and twist it just one more quarter turn. People are like that, and we have reason. Life is hard. It's no wonder people get corrupted by it. It's not an easy thing to live in a It's not an easy thing to live, let's say, in a truthful manner. But the alternative is hell.